Oops, I gotta
Found out
switch.
my secret.
I forgot to do the thing again, guys. Hold up.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got it. I gotta move the fluff over here.
The floof. Must move the floof.
No! Don't touch me!
I already did.
No!
Gotta move the
Wait.
floof.
Did we Oh shit.
What?
Did I not give myself spells last time I leveled up? Fuck.
Oh my god.
Shh. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. I think I did. At third level, right? At third, I should know.
Guys,
yeah.
don't worry. We are professional D&D players. Not in the slightest, but you know, we're professionals. Maybe?
Maybe.
Question
It's
mark?
fine.
Maybe, baby.
Suddenly, three of
monkey,
my
baby.
servers just immediately boop as we join in. It's fine.
It's fine.
Fine.
Fox, I blame you.
Why?
You just said
That might
maybe.
be
You
good
just said maybe, baby.
Yeah.
Puppy monkey, baby. Puppy monkey, baby.
Oh my goodness.
God.
No.
I got that from American
Why?
Dad, so I don't know where you got that from.
Yeah. Mountain Dew commercial. To be completely honest.
I'm signed into both.
Okay, no. Spell solved. David now has to fixed it.
He has meta magics.
Oh man.
Did you forget meta magics?
No.
That commercial can die in fire.
You have to remember. I agree with you,
confuse all the
Huffle. I
viewers.
full-heartedly agree.
Yes.
Just because you said that, be prepared for an encounter later on in the session.
Oh god.
I will
For the
cast
campaign.
simulation.
Good luck with that. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the return of Landar. It is creepy, but that's not the point. It's still a good commercial. Last time in Landar, our adventurers awoke in Castle Whitestone, where they, of course, went and looted more.
Mhm.
Well, searched more. Didn't exactly loot, but searched more. Null looted a book
Yeah.
of official Whitestone meals. I have to give him applause for that. After repeated failed perception checks as they walk through the foyer of Whitestone Castle, they finally saw the coalesced shadowy form. Well, a coalesced collection of shadows that spoke to Letari, and then tried to probe into Null's mind. Don't know why he wanted to go in there, but he did. I hear that's a scarier place than anybody else's.
I have no comment. Oh my god.
You have night terrors. Okay.
I have no comment.
But after the conversation with this shadowy figure, Letari happened to glance out of her peripheral and saw a shining rune, which they followed down the center of town, and all the runes lit up. Giant lights flashed into the sky, and all the people were back in Whitestone. All unconscious. Half the guards dead. But all the people in Whitestone returned. They made their way... After all of this, they made their way through the forest in the direction of Westrun, which they encountered a horde of goblins. And to which they dispatched fairly quickly.
You're welcome.
And
Yeah, all I got is magic missile.
one thing. They have a companion for now? Question mark? In the form of an armored bear named Trinket.
Sit there.
It barely listens.
You know what? He will make Null sit again.
See, he didn't listen. I told him to sit, and he put me to sit.
Exactly. He don't listen to you. But they made their way to Westrun. Where they were met at the gate by one Pike Trickfoot, the cleric of the town. And they reached level 3 last time. Now we return to the session as they enter the town of Westrun. Our first session where they're not waking up at the beginning.
Woohoo.
What happened? I dozed off.
Trinket backhands you.
That would be bad. That would probably kill him, to be completely
You
honest.
know?
That would send him flying 15 feet at least. Just.
I mean, I have 27 HP now, so that's fine.
There you go. Take 5 points of damage. Kidding. Don't mark any damage. But, you guys follow Pike as she leads you into the town of Westrun.
Sure.
Don't see that. Don't see a problem with this. There's enough ways possibly could go wrong.
I mean, I hope you don't see a
Never
problem with
say
this.
that.
You're totally being led by a cleric. I hope you see nothing wrong with this.
Mm-mm.
You know, fair.
Even then, never say nothing can go wrong, because that is how stuff goes wrong, you know?
This is
You're correct.
true.
Alright, so, there's a couple of inns. What kind do you prefer?
High end?
Why am I surprised?
I don't care.
Same.
Preferably one with an open bar. That'd be nice.
Oh, that'd be all of them.
Good, good.
Okay, going to go ahead and, since Fancy Pants over there said high end, going to, take you to this one over here, and she leads you guys for probably another 10 minutes, to the, as you walk past towns, walk past the temple district, which you see a bunch of temples of different gods. Roll me a perception check. All of you who
Oh,
want to.
good.
I'm great at those.
There you
Hey,
go. My perception-
17!
Hey! Oh my god.
Hey, 16.
Stalverk actually rolled
Hey.
okay. I'll just roll a perception. Holy shit!
Just, hey,
Yeah,
You know,
I got a
that's,
five.
that's sitting in a bad spot. Hold on. That's better. Okay, that's a 15.
Alright. What'd you say David's was?
5.
David, you're not used to. I mean, you're used to bigger towns and cities, especially from where you're from, but you spent so much time in Requiem, you're not used to a bigger city such as this. So you're caught up looking around at the different buildings and architecture and stuff like that. Everyone else, as you walk through the temple district, you notice different types of people and different types of garb. You see people in blue and silver robes going inside of one temple. You see very dark robed figures heading into another. Hear what sounds like forges as far as in another. Dave. I'll word this. From anyone's experience traveling through here, they've definitely increase the number of gods that are actually the word. Come on, what is the word I'm thinking of?
Allowed?
No, gods are allowed, but
Permitted?
it's more
I don't know.
they've
Good.
shown. That's the only word I can think of. It's closest thing I can think of. Shown.
Okay. Hey, I think I get what you're thinking. Yeah.
Yeah. See, you understand the word I mean, but I can't think of it.
Can't think of it at the moment myself.
Yeah. But you continue making your way. You go through a more rundown district.
Displayed,
like where
maybe?
you're-
Is the word?
That's a good
That's
word.
it.
There you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Thank
Ones are
you.
on display.
Sorry, I still got caught up
More
in that.
gods are on
Yeah.
display than what anybody who's passed through here before would remember. So you pass through different districts, and you get to a higher end district. You know, the buildings are cleaner, the grounds look cleaner, everything's.
Oh god, we're in rich people territory.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
He says that out loud, by the way.
Good.
Well,
Majority of these ones own the businesses, and this is where the town council members live. As she gestures actually up towards the what you can only assume would be the council building, which is from where you guys are would probably be another 15-minute walk. As you're walking, Letari, make me a perception check.
oh, good.
I'm sure it's fine.
Why me? What did I do?
Specifically you. You'll find out.
I know.
If you see it.
If you see it.
You know, every time you single me out for a freaking perception check, I can't roll for crap.
You got this.
I got an 8. I don't got this.
Okay. You know, let me see what they get.
You
See
make
if
my
they-
dice nervous.
Oh, guess what? They don't notice you either. They roll the same thing.
Oh.
It's fine.
Two ships passing in the night.
As you guys continue walking, Letari, you run into someone. Like, legitimately run into someone.
Don't. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No, Letari?
Hmm?
What you see in front of you is another tiefling. One of a darker pink color than what you guys see of Letari. But not exactly as you remember Letari. You're used to seeing this one dressed in fancier clothes. She seems to be dressed in ragged, stitched together clothes.
What are you doing here?
Well, things didn't really go well for me after certain events, and I kind of had to leave.
Okay, stop talking for a second.
Certain events.
I'll catch up with you guys in just a second. I'm gonna grab her
Alright.
by the wrist and pull her away.
Oops. Sorry.
What was that?
Good job.
My entire thing just froze.
Oh.
Letari
To
seemed to
sum
have
up,
run
there was
into a female.
tiefling that
Yeah.
Letari ran into, and Letari's pulling them away at this point.
Okay. Do we wait for her?
I'm bloody curious, to be honest.
I mean, I can follow her.
Tempting.
Alright, you guys have fun with that. I guess I'm gonna scout out this inn we're going to.
Alright.
Which, mind you, I can trinket if I continued walking.
Yeah, no, I'll be following the bear and the.
I'm pretty sure we can find the bear.
Yeah.
If you
Have
can't
fun
find
with
the bear,
that,
there's a problem.
boy. He's gonna go follow the bear.
All right.
So are we
First-
following?
First,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna need you guys to make me perception checks. That way, you can tell which way you went.
Oh
It's not a
no.
very high one, so what'd you roll?
A 6.
Oh my god.
Well,
15.
no, you're looking around. You don't know how you lost 2 pink tieflings.
They're
No,
so bright
no,
pink.
no, pumpkin, no. Down.
Stalverk, you immediately catch sight of them, so you grab Null's arm and begin to lead them in the direction. Now I need you both to make stealth checks.
Oh, good.
Still.
Fuck! That's the same natural 2.
Oh my god.
All right, what did
Oh,
you
5.
get?
I got a 19.
Okay. Make me a perception check with disadvantage. Spire.
Me? Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
because you're leading the person away, so you're
Well,
not
wouldn't it
focused
then?
on what. It would go by your
Wouldn't it
passive.
then? Yeah, I was about to say it would go by my passive, which is
What's
11.
your passive? It's 11.
Yeah.
I'd say balanced out to you don't see them.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah,
I'm leading now, I guess
I
technically.
wouldn't be
Being-
surprised.
Yeah, being that Stalverk did get that 19, I say balanced out you don't see.
Yeah.
'Cause what was the total as far as of yours? No.
Oh, total was 5.
Okay, yeah. As far as averaged out, that'd be 1 point over your passive if we were to average out their
Yeah.
scores. So,
Yeah, I'm not worried about seeing them because, to be fair, she wouldn't be watching for them.
no.
So she wouldn't be watching for
So-
anybody, to be fair.
You see an alleyway shortly, like pretty close to where you guys were, so you pull her off as far as into the alleyway. You two, I'm assuming, just stop at like the corner of the alleyway.
Oh yeah, I'm
Crystals.
listening.
All right. Oh, what are you doing?
I just. You say things went wrong. What went wrong? How much trouble are you in?
Well, not exactly me in trouble. Due to certain events that happened when you left, things aren't exactly welcoming to me back home.
How?
Well, turns out the person you fought was one of the heads of one of the houses.
Okay. And?
Well,
Wait, are you saying it's my fault?
well, you could assume what you want.
I'm not assuming anything. That's what I'm hearing coming from you right now. And technically, it wasn't my fault.
And I get that. But
Do you?
I do.
You didn't even do anything to stop him, you realize that.
Well, I was a little more preoccupied with other
Just
arrangements.
Just stop.
This is interesting.
This Knowles is like,
Like, oh shit. Oh damn.
oh snap.
Oh, what's going on?
Why did you come here?
I had to get far away from home.
Okay, you could have gone anywhere. You come to Westrun?
Oh, yes. There's, you can tell, and you see her looking around at the different buildings. There's some money here.
Gonna wait till I got to the tavern, but I dig into my pouch and I pull out 100 gold that I set aside. I was gonna send this to you. It should take care of things if you budget it right.
Well, you know budgeting isn't exactly my strong suit.
No, really, I would have never guessed.
Let's just say since the last amount you sent, my balance is 0.
Just take the gold. Mom, just take it.
I imagine they both look. I imagine they both look at each other like.
Sorry, I just happened to glance up at the cameras and saw.
I was watching the camera specifically because that was coming out of my mouth. I was like, yes.
Like as soon as you said "Mom," I saw Fluffy's face just go, "Huh?" I said, "What?"
Shrugs.
Take it. Get yourself some clothes, some food, a place to stay. Just I don't know what to tell you. Because I'm not apologizing for what happened.
Okay. One word of warning, since I didn't expect to see you here either. A business associate of mine may be also in town.
Business associate?
Business associate. He's an interesting one. I guarantee you know him when you see him. Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Mom, I swear. Just tell me so I can avoid him, please, because I don't...
You'll know him when you see him.
That's not comforting.
I'm not saying he's someone to avoid. I'm saying if you play your cards right.
I have no cards to play because I have nothing to do with it. I thought I made myself clear.
I'm just trying to get the family back together. You and me.
Rama.
I will probably be in town for a couple of days. If not longer, I don't know. I will probably find you. Send word to the Cobalt Reserve, and I will find out where you're staying. Don't come find me.
Okay. That's what you want. And as she walks by, she kind of lightly runs her hand across the back of yours, and she begins to walk out of the alley.
As they see her to start walking, and I was like, I got this. Play along.
Right.
How did you lose a bear? We're lost in Westrun. We don't know where Letari went. We don't know where David and the bear went. How do you lose a bear?
I'm not that good at spotting things.
Make me a deception check with advantage because you have Stalverk helping you.
Thankfully, because that was another natural 2.
Oh my god, roll different dice!
No,
For real,
I'm sticking to that one. Because that's a dirty 20.
Oh.
Oh dear, I don't even know. I'd have to roll a 19, but I'm gonna try it anyways as I'm
Yeah, roll me an
walking
insight.
Because now I
She
hear
she
them.
has a reason to insight because Stalverk
Yeah.
has followed her before.
Exactly. That's where I'm going with that.
Hate everything. I rolled an 18 on the die, and my insight is +1. I am one short.
So, while you still question it slightly, you yourself are also trying to figure out how they lost a armored bear. But part of you still questions, if they followed you because it's Stalverk. But
So you're just gonna let her go?
to a point,
Is he like, watch as the woman walk away?
She has what she needs.
Friend of
And
yours?
she's something like that. More of an acquaintance.
Ah.
I mean, same color shade of skin. Seen many tieflings, to be fair. Don't remember any tieflings. And I met you, and now that one. Do I remember any others? Hmm.
Mm.
This is like, no, I don't think so. Is that a common color?
Just kind of shrugs.
Oh, good, I don't know either. Now I gotta find a bear.
Come on.
as you guys turn around to walk back in the direction that they were, you see Pike, Trinket, and David
There's the bear.
standing, staring at you three.
Found
What?
you.
If
That was quick.
you're going to run off, at least let me know.
We kind of stopped and you kept walking and we lost you.
I got distracted.
Sorry, I ran into someone. I had to deal with something.
How exactly do you lose a bear?
That's what I said.
Stalverk points to the eye patch.
I mean, fair. Kind of got.
Aether, I do know my way around a little bit, so I would have been able to find you pretty quick.
I've never been to this town.
Okay.
I
Don't
have
know.
no idea if he has. I would have to ask Jay that question.
He's been by it. He hasn't
By it.
actually entered the
He
town.
probably kept to smaller towns, to be fair.
Yeah, but say he probably during his travels while he was running, he probably saw the outside of the town. Was like, nope, too big, nope, and probably skirted around the edge as far as
Yeah, he's got like his hood up
uptown.
and stuff. He's a little cautious right now.
Yeah. As she begins to lead you as far as the inn, because they had gotten there, and then she turned to welcome you guys to the inn, and you three weren't there.
And only
The only one
David
she saw was David. So as you guys approach the inn, it's taller than majority of inns you guys have stayed at or seen. It's 4 stories.
Ooh.
It is the entrance has 2 columns on either side holding up an overhang. There's banners hanging on the columns. It looks like a straight up mansion almost. Except a little bit smaller because, got to fit more buildings around it. But as you enter, the inside is definitely different from the outside. as you enter, you instead of entering straight to a tavern like you're used to,
Mhm.
you enter to a small, I'd say 20-foot by it's so not really small, but 20-foot by 20-foot room
Mhm.
with what appears to be a window against the back wall.
Hmm.
How many do you have? And you see a dwarven man. You can tell he's standing on a chair or something.
Mhm.
Tell it's he's probably the only dwarf that works there because the window is high enough for, say, a human as far as to stand at comfortably without having to. Yeah.
Let's see.
How many rooms you? Oh, hello there, Miss Pike. Hello, Garen. Just help them the best you can. If you guys need me for any reason, I'll be at the Temple of Sarenrae, back in the Temple District. Just ask for me, and I'll be glad to help any way I can.
Thank you, Pike.
Now, be safe. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. And she just walks out.
So how many rooms do we want?
I'll get my own.
Well, let me see. Let me check my books here. I only have 3 rooms available.
Hmm. Well, he wants his own room.
Ideally, yes.
Barkeep?
Let the ladies share a room. He cries, David.
Yeah, may as well. Assuming that's all right with you, Miss Hope.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Then we'll take all 3.
All right. Let me write down here for 3 rooms.
And how
All
much?
right. That's going to be. See, what did my manager decide on? That's going to be a total of 1 gold, 5 silver per night.
Per room?
Per room per night.
1 gold, 5 silver. Easy enough.
Silver,
I'll hand
can't
him.
say silver.
I'll have 1
Yeah.
gold, 5 silver for their room.
All right.
Thanks.
Because right now he is not hard on for cash at the moment, thanks to the
Yeah.
looting.
To be fair, none of you
Same.
are. But
Except for the 100 gold Letari has dropped.
yeah.
Which might be a reason why not paid.
You know. Yep. David hands the gold over for his room, and yeah, room's all paid.
After you guys hand the man the gold, you hear it you hear the clinking of coin as he drops it into what you can only assume to be a chest or a bucket of some kind as far as below the counter that's behind the window. And if you want to head up to your rooms, there's the door, and he kind of leans up against the window and points off to where you guys are staring at the window. He points off to your right. If you want to go to your rooms, they're going to be to the right over there, to your right over there, and if you want a drink, it'd be to your left. Just enter those doors over there.
I'd like to see the room first before.
All right.
Nal's gonna head to check out the room.
I'm gonna at least go drop my
Yeah.
stuff off.
Yeah, Letari
Yeah.
will drop her stuff and then probably head straight for the bar after.
So, question for you: whose room is Trinket staying in?
Over.
Not ours.
Stalverk likes the bear.
Stalverk wants the bear.
He likes the bear. He's
Okay.
probably the only one that would be willing to have a bear in his room.
I
And-
mean, David would be willing, but it would be like an awkward, like, going, okay, so there's a bear in my room.
Funny enough, by the way, Fox.
Mm.
The bear follows Stalverk anyways.
Yeah,
He seems to continually be staring at the dagger on his side.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, poor buddy.
Every so often you feel him kind of nudge you forward as far as like kind of pushing you onward. Doesn't think you're walking fast enough,
Hey,
apparently.
hey.
But you all find your way to your rooms. These are decent sized rooms. You can tell. Also, you guys are only on the second floor. You're,
Cool.
not all the way on top floor. The guy saw the bear with you is like, I'm not risking putting them on the on the upper floors. That's a big bear. Not trying to.
Big bar.
Not trying to. What he would do.
It's fine.
It's legitimately what Trinket would do.
Refocus,
Um,
Jay.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I'm not sending a bear to the third or fourth floor. He's gonna fall through.
Totally fine.
But you get to your rooms, and again, they're decent sized rooms. The color of the walls is interesting. It's kind of a gold color. Gold striped with what can only be described as a mix of light blue and green.
Interesting.
You're not sure. You're not sure where they got their decorating tips from, but
Good.
they apparently did not do well.
This room is too bright for me.
Have you ever been in a room like this, Letari?
No, I haven't. At least, no, definitely not.
Well, I mean, you could definitely afford it now. With that 200 gold you have.
Uh,
Or should I say 100?
what?
You're not very quiet.
How much did you hear?
Most of it. All of it. Which I
Just
find is only fair if you can pry a little bit back. Secret for a secret.
not a whole lot to tell.
No, I'm saying you can learn secret from me too. Does that make sense? I already learned one secret about you, your mother.
Yeah. Just kind of
It's only fair.
drop her bag.
I'll answer honestly if you ask anything.
I honestly don't have a question for you now. If I have one, will you answer that?
Mhm.
Yeah. Just, I need a drink.
Understandable.
I'll be downstairs.
I'll be right behind you. Just gonna need to get out of this room as fast as possible. Cover seems terrible.
Letari heads down to the bar.
All right.
I also head down to the bar. I don't drop anything off. He keeps everything on him. For reasons.
You know?
Now, what you noticed on the front of the building when you went in, the name of the inn is the questionable name. Just thought of it. The Inconspicuous Inn.
God damn it.
Ha.
It. Yeah. Well, when you go down to the entrance and you know, who's all going to the bar? Just
David will
David
at
is?
some
Okay.
point.
I'm going out to do selling things.
Bye.
Okay. So is Null going to the bar as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the three of you go to the bar. Actually, I'd say all four of you would have seen the name.
Mhm.
Null, you see one word on it and kind of stop and do a double take at it. You see a sign above the door to the tavern, and there's a different name than what's on the as far as for the inn.
Mm-hmm.
The Divine Drunkard.
Huh.
Huh.
Interesting.
They talking about Bacchus or something?
Excellent reference. Nicely done. That was so good.
Dear God.
Alright. So, Stalverk, as you leave, you kind of split off from them. Probably ran into each other heading down the stairs, maybe, unless
Is the bear
David actually...
following me? Or did he stay in the room?
No, the bear probably stretched and probably laid down on the floor at the foot of the bed, and he probably ended up falling asleep. And I'm not gonna make you roll
I have a
stealth check.
guard bear.
You probably snuck out.
Yeah.
You probably snuck out on poor Trinket. But you three enter the tavern, and it's actually busier than you probably thought it was going to be. There's quite a few tables. It looks to be about 15 tables, 10 of which are filled. Not exactly filled, but 10 of them have people at them. A couple of them have two. Some are people just sitting alone drinking. Behind the bar is what can only be described as one of the most ostentatious people you have ever seen. You see a purplish blue, more on the blue side, tiefling, wearing a top hat and wearing a very bright purple suit kind of thing. He's standing behind the bar.
I like his style. Maybe we should learn something, David.
The fuck's that supposed to mean?
I mean, the top hat.
I've never been a big fan of hats.
Fair. Not one much for myself. Get real bad head hair. Oh, say, what if this thing works for you?
Yeah. Oh, I said the thing with them, don't
Well, how about you? I know at least one person here that needs a drink.
I? Yeah, it's been a long couple of days travel.
kind of lost track of time.
Yeah. Well, tell you what. First round's on me.
You don't have to do that.
I insist.
Well, he insists.
All right. Do all three of you approach the bar?
Mm.
All right. So you approach the bar, and let me see. Yeah, he notices you guys as you walk up.
Well, we're not
Which-
exactly hiding.
No, you're not. Interesting enough, he rolled a natural 12 in the perception check. Sounds weird. As you approach, he looks up from the bar. Ah, yes. How are you doing?
I like your
What can I
cadence,
get
dude. Where are
you?
you from?
Where am I from?
I love your cadence.
Oh, trust me, my friend. You don't want to know where I'm from.
Oh, the voice, the cadence is very lovely, wherever it is from.
No, thank you. Now, what can I get any of you?
Uh,
Oh, I can't do Jasper's voice.
wait, what?
Rowan said I would love to hear Jay try to do Jester's voice. I don't
No.
do Jester's
Oh.
voice very well. Not very well.
Just turns to David.
What do you have?
What do you want?
Take side if you have it. And for the ladies, anything in particular?
Kind of wine.
All right. So, as you ask for it, you see him kind of do a quick little swings his arm back real quick, and he's not standing near any shelves as far as that would hold bottles.
Mhm.
But when you see his arm come back, he's holding a bottle of red wine.
Oh, that's fancy.
Unless any of you had a passive perception of 21 or higher, you did not see that.
Nope.
And he just puts it on the table. Now, what about you two?
I'll just take an ale.
All right. And he kind of reaches towards you slightly. And you see when he brings his hand back, he's holding a bottle of ale. And he
Nice
puts it on the table in front of you. Now, one more drink. What would you like?
I think we got everybody.
What did
I think
David want?
he wanted the
Da-
cider, I thought he said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I hear that. But,
Oh.
that's alright. He's like, I think I have one of those somewhere. You catch it this time. Damn natural one. Natural one was a +9, by the way. But it's still a natural one. Yeah. You see as he reaches down to grab something, like he's trying to do it quickly, but whatever he's trying to grab, it's like he grabs the tip of it, and when he goes to pull, it slips out of his hand. But he grabbed enough of it to where it starts coming out of the slide, and it against the ground. Not again. Dang it, I thought I had this trick figured out. I'm sorry. I like to do my things with a little flair, if you can tell. I like to serve and entertain.
No, I get that entirely. I have a cooking show.
Right.
Oh
Well, let me make up for it. And you see him do a quick little sweep of his hand, and out comes what you would ask.
Alright.
And anything else I can help you guys with?
Sorry.
Dear God.
What timing?
Good.
Oh,
All
oh
good.
my god.
I
Oh my god, that
apologize.
timing.
It's all good. All
That's
good.
beautiful. I love it.
Oh, my sister.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
What was? It's all good.
We're apparently under the sea.
Exactly. Anything else I can help you three with today?
Might get another one of these later, but what's it total so far?
Oh, I'll just start a tab for you. I'll let you know afterward. I'm kidding. For the bottle of wine, that's going to be 2 silver. For the ale, that's going to be 1 copper. And for yours, we don't have very many people ask for that, weirdly.
Huh.
I'll say copper as well. Not exactly losing money in this place.
Alright.
Oh, rude of me. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Orpheus, the owner of this magnificent establishment.
Orpheus?
Yes.
Oh no, the notebook.
Make a note. Fine.
Thank you, Orpheus.
If you need any more, don't be afraid to approach and let me know.
Oh, and no, from TV.
Right, and he does one more flourish with his hands, and I say he turns around and begins cleaning.
Hmm.
Right, now let's jump to Stalverk. What are you going to sell, my friend?
The gems, but he is gonna keep an amethyst because why not?
Okay, that's fair.
Because they're worth
You go
100
through
gold.
you go through the gems, and you find the most flawless amethyst you can. There's a couple of them in there, but you find the one that's looks the best. Do you remember how many? Did I say how
You
many of
said
each gem there was?
1,300 in total, and amethyst worth like
Yeah.
100. So
Yeah. I'd say the one you kept would be probably worth actually about 150 because it is flawless. It's not. It hasn't been cut.
oh,
It's like a straight up amethyst gem that had just been mined.
hmm.
Majority of the other ones had been cut, or attempted to be cut.
Ah.
But looks like someone was trying to learn how to cut jewelry. But so you make your way to one of the merchants. So, how can I help you today?
I just want to sell these.
All right, let me have a look at them. And as you lay them on the table, he starts picking up rather quickly, and he grabs this little eyeglass from underneath the counter. He starts looking at them really closely, and looking at them, looking at different imperfections, which you know where the imperfections are because they're it's where the jagged cuts are as far as where somebody majorly fucked up. So you're looking, and well, I think I can honestly say I can give you... 1,100 easily. 1,100 gold.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright, let me see here. Ugh. And he looks like an older gentleman. You don't know exactly how old he is because he appears to be elfish. Kind of leans down and he's digging through things. You hear the cling of coin as he's throwing it into... Well, he picks up about 5 coin purses. Which you could assume that's what you were hearing was him tossing gold pieces into a bunch of different purses. He just kind of flops them onto the table.
Stick them in my bag.
Alright. Anything else you're willing to sell or anything you want to purchase?
What have you got?
Well, it all depends on what you're looking for. Anything in particular you need or anything of that?
Kind of shrugs.
Alright. Well, let me see what we got here. We have a few weapons that were sold recently. I don't think you would want to buy them. They're a little dinged up. Someone coming and selling jewelry, I don't think would want some dinged up short swords of that nature. Well, we did get this in, and he picks up a... You've seen what a potion of healing looks like. This is a bigger bottle, which you can only assume would be a greater potion of healing. I have to move some things here. Oh god. I have
Oh god!
a bunch of things stacked up behind me. Don't worry.
The kimono is falling.
Oh.
You know it.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That's not the right purple book. That's the wrong purple book. That's for later in the campaign. Here we go. Alrighty, let me see here. I need this purple book. Alrighty, let me see. I need... Where is it? Page is all this actually on.
My class stuff.
Would it be in that book though? Would it be in this other one? I am so sorry, sir. Let's see.
Here.
My apprentice likes to try and rearrange shit on me. Sure why. Bastard can't count. Not sure why he decides, oh, I'm gonna move all of my boss's shit on him.
Simple mistakes, maybe.
Oh, trust me, I wish I could fire him. Can't
Yeah.
fire my nephew though.
Give him a chance. I'm sure he'll learn.
I'll learn after I kick him square in the arse.
Tough love works sometimes.
Oh, you're right. Okay, in all seriousness, so where's the potion part? Like in all seriousness, I was hoping I'd find it by the end of all of that.
Should be in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Under just potion of healing.
Potion of healing. Hey, here we go. Let's see here. Let's go to the
There
back.
should be a table that says like greater, basic, greater, superior, and supreme, I believe.
Potions. Here we go. Here we go. This is the pages I was looking for. Alrighty. Oh, yes, I have them usually sitting in alphabetical order. Here we are. Potions. Various might. That is not at all what I was looking for.
Looking for
I want
traffic
to
price.
say the greater
I'm-
was like 150, isn't it?
I think it is.
It's like 50 for a basic, 150 for greater, or
I
100
think so.
or something like that.
I think it's 150.
Google, come here. Greater
Right,
healing.
that was about to be my last. Healing. I was at the wrong page.
Potion of greater healing, 150.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
I just happened to glance up there and saw as far as what I typed earlier.
I'm just
Yeah, that's going to
plotting.
be
It's fine.
150 gold for this one here. If you would like to purchase it.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Alright. He sets it up on the table. Oh, and I did get this beautiful thing in earlier. You see him reach under the counter, and you hear a bunch of metal. While I look up this, let's take a short little break. That way we're not
Okie-dokie.
digging through as far as things. So, hi, Batsky.
Be right back,
So,
guys.
take a short break. We'll be right back momentarily.
We're good, we're good. We're good, okay.
I
Da.
am ready.
Meat Popsicle. Yes.
Popsicle?
Yes, Shuttle, that's exactly who it is. It's Meat Popsicle. That's who it is.
Exactly. Anyways, welcome back.
This is fine.
Gonna take a short little break as far as there for a second. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Now, as he finishes, fucking hell, Drag, what the hell? But as he reaches underneath the counter, he brings back up what looks to be about. It looks to be a yellow diamond about the size of your fist. Now, I'm not sure exactly what this does, but I've heard stories, and I'm hoping they're true because I could sell this for a good amount of money if it is. Apparently, if you break this, some mighty being is supposed to be summoned by it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know exactly. Which is why I'm willing to let it go for 1,000 gold.
Right.
Now, if I found it to be true, any more of these that come in, I'll be charging 10,000 because I'm charging for a
Jim?
mighty being.
I'll
What do you
definitely
say?
keep note of that, but I'm not gonna buy it for now, but I will come back when I can.
All right. He reaches down, tucks it away, and you hear like the locking and like wrapping of a bunch of chains.
Right.
Apparently, he's keeping this like very secured in case it is true.
Yep, fair.
None of us would ever think about stealing something.
You know?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you for the help. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you for coming by. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Anyways, you begin walking back, or do you want to do anything else?
Nope, he's gonna head back.
All right. You begin walking back, and do you head towards the bar, or
He's just gonna wait by the rooms. He's not gonna
Alright.
go to the bar.
all right? So we're going to flash back towards the bar, and as you guys are turning and leaving from the bar, heading towards a table, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
Sounds like a plan.
Letari, you look at the top of the bottle of ale. It was already open for you. You see a piece of paper sticking out of the top of it.
I'm gonna wait until we're at the table to pull it out.
All right. You get to table. Elderly gentleman happened to be getting up as you guys were walking, looking for one, and he's heading off for the evening. He leaves and everything, so you guys sit down. Take out the paper, and all it says on it, "I know who you are," and it's signed with the letter O.
Oh, good.
Are they seeming at all bothered by this or trying to hide that?
Yeah, no, she's not good at hiding her emotions at all. She's bothered.
Do you look back at him?
Yes.
He looks directly at you, gives you a wink, and then goes back to doing what he's doing as far as cleaning.
Something on your mind, Miss Hill?
A lot of things.
Oh. That deep. Hmm. Hmm.
Excuse me a second. I'm gonna get up and go back to the bar.
Ah, yes. How can I help you? Miss
She's
Ho?
going to lower her voice and start talking in Infernal.
All right.
What the hell do you want?
Nothing. And he's replying in Infernal, of course. Nothing much.
Can this be heard with a perception?
You know
Probably.
Infernal.
Yes.
Oh.
He does. Mostly, he asked me
I
as
do
far
not
as.
know this.
No, you do not.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a perception check.
All right. That's cocked. Okay, that's not terrible. That is 13.
You can hear more his end than hers. And only bits and pieces.
All right.
I don't want anything, but I do know you are. Miss Ho.
I'm guessing you know my mother.
Ah, yes. Such a delightful woman. She owes me some money, you know. Matter of
How
fact,
much?
Oh, see, that's where you're mistaken as far as asking that. I don't let others pay others' debts.
I don't think you understand. How much?
20,000 gold.
And how exactly did she rack up that debt?
Let me see. By getting about 5 of my guys thrown in the brig for life.
Okay then. Why tell me that you know who I am?
Figure we can help each other out by you convincing your mother that either finds a way to pay it back within the next year, or she can come work for me.
You don't know my mother very well.
Oh, think I might know her better than you do.
You know, I actually wouldn't be surprised on that. But to be fair, she never listens to anyone.
But see, now that I know you're in town, she has no choice but to.
Try me.
People do funny things for the ones they love. Oh.
Love is a very strong word for what we have. And don't question for a second she wouldn't run instead of come for me. And trust me, you don't want to mess with me either.
He just kind of shrugged. He still has a cocky smile on his face.
Of course. You want something from my mother, you're going to have to ask her yourself. I have nothing to do with her or her business.
Okay.
Contact me again, and I'll make your life a living hell. Understood?
Idle threats don't.
This isn't exactly an idle threat.
All right.
Obviously, you don't know who I am. And she leaves. She'll head back to the table and just down the ale.
he anybody who's looking still at him as she leaves, he just kind of lowers his head and you can see him chuckling to himself as he wipes the bar.
Problem.
Not mine.
Do I want to play this card?
How much did David actually hear is the question, because you only
David,
were hearing
what-
bits and pieces.
What you heard was mother, work for. You heard about the 20,000 gold. And towards the end, Letari, you did get slightly louder.
Mm-hmm.
So you did hear her say, obviously you don't know who I am.
Huh. Still deciding if I want to play this card. Okay, decision die. So I'm in Inferno
Oh!
and quietly to Justice Table. Huh. So who threatened who again?
Well, apparently this is not going to be a good time anymore.
Does anyone else know Infernal, by the way?
Stalverk does, but it's not there, which is funny because she never actually saw him speak it. She just assumed it was him at the time. So.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
No, so you're just
She,
looking back for
she
like,
knew one of them spoke it, or somebody spoke it around there.
Mm-hmm.
like, the fuck is going on? I'm just like, I'm just gonna drink my wine.
Alright.
Technically, he threatened the person I ran into today. I just threatened him that if he came at me, we were going to have trouble.
I start speaking in Elven.
Hmm?
I have no idea what you're fucking talking about.
I don't think she understands what you just said.
Nope.
Do you both look at her confused?
Hold on.
Can I?
Yeah, no, she has no idea what
How
you just
long
said.
have I been? Have I been back by this point? Have I been waiting there for a little bit?
I'd say you would walk in probably around the time that around the time Null would have started speaking in Elvish.
Yeah, because I was gonna say if he's been waiting a little while, he will go looking for them.
Yeah, you probably got, because all of that was happening as far as when you were at the shop,
Mm.
because
Time things.
yeah, timey-wimey stuff. So like I said, you would have got back to the inn by the time he started at around the time you would start speaking Elvish.
Okay, so he's
Like,
still way many
see?
rooms then by this
I
point.
can't
Yeah.
understand.
It's nothing.
Okay, you don't need to be very attuned to people to realize you're not taking things very well.
No, that's fair. I typically don't. I'm going to bed. She's gonna get up and head upstairs.
As you go to stand up, you hear something in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Or you and your little friends could come for me.
She's gonna whip around and stare daggers at this freaking guy.
All right, now that's too obvious.
Yeah.
You, sir, love your cadence still. Seem to be having a problem?
No problems here. I don't know what you're referring to.
Good. I really know how to ruin a restaurant.
I'm going to bed. She runs upstairs.
Is there
I will stop her when
Group-
she does get there, by the way.
What was that?
is there like a this is kind of like a Richie joint, right?
Sort of.
Is there anybody that looks like they're a little bit more you're like a little bit more higher end individuals, like maybe dress a little nicer?
There are. You just see a few of them. A couple of them spread throughout the tavern.
All right. Well, I'm going to use a sorcery point to do subtle spell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to minor illusion a rat underneath of the, right in there, right above him, right in view. As I walk out.
All right.
Because there's no verbal, no somatic. I just kind of walk away.
You said subtle spell, so
Mhm.
Yep, it's the
What is-
sneaky version of casting magic.
so
He doesn't have to make a check for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, if I remember right, that was the one that made it to where it did not require verbal or somatics for that point.
Yep.
Yes. No hand
All right.
gestures, no verbals, and there's no material components for minor illusion. I don't believe it's a cantrip.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
All right. See
I mean,
here.
most cantrips, I mean, even if they do have a material, it's just like something like stupid simple to have your hands on. So
Yeah, minor illusion. I'm
bloody
just
hell, what's going on? 1 second.
minor illusion. It does have a material and it's a bit of fleece, which is easily hidden within your sleeve. So you can rub it on your sleeve and it's easily hidden. I don't see any problem with that.
So
That's up to Jay though.
no.
Mhm.
As
Or
you go
Queen's
to
glove.
leave, as you go to leave, you hear as far as the people start panicking because of the rat and everything.
Mhm.
People, there's nothing to be afraid of, nothing to worry about. And he casts Calm Emotions at 3rd level. And
That's good to know.
everybody in the tavern calms.
Yeah, he's walking out to I don't know if David's staying.
I assume he's running
No.
into
You're
it.
drag.
He
Drag,
stepped
you're muted.
He walked
Oh,
away,
you're
yeah.
muted. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Let's
figure that
say
out.
I'm gonna go with he probably left around the same time because if not, he'd have to make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Okay. So
DC 18.
Ooh boy.
Kinda.
I don't like this guy.
Which is why,
I'm just waiting
by
for
the way-
Letari to get upstairs then.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna get there
Because-
first.
Yeah, since
Yeah.
since you left prior to everyone else, you go ahead and walk up the stairs and you see Stalverk standing outside in the hallway.
She's
Hey.
just moving to her. She'll stop when she hears him. Hey.
Something wrong?
Something like that.
Yeah. Here, I got something for you. He's gonna reach out, he's gonna hand her 60 plat.
What's... Why are you...
Yeah. Figured you know what to do with some of that. Kinda just looks at her like he knows.
I'm just kind of writing in my journal as I'm walking up the stairs a bit.
To this point,
Dick.
you see the other two come walking up the stairs.
I hide the money he just gave me.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Mm-hmm. And Null, since you are walking, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Because I'm currently in my book.
Yeah, because you're looking down. It'd be something you would
Jeez.
hear, maybe.
He's not really paying attention.
but
That's a
yeah.
7.
Okay.
That is an 11.
Okay. Yeah, you just beat his. So you.
It's a matter of David notices at that point.
I'd say he probably followed a little bit after.
Yeah.
Go ahead and. So, yeah. So you guys make your way up, and
I've got to wait till Dragon's back because he's actually gonna hand them money as well.
yeah.
So I was muted the entire time.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Welcome back.
we
no.
said that. We heard you walked away, and then we tried to say that.
Sorry.
Okay. Welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to figure out what animals were doing, and I forgot to unmute when I got back. But yeah, he had
Good
to
job.
finish his cider, so he would have been a little bit behind.
Oh, so you have to
Yeah.
make a saving throw then.
Make me charisma
Okay.
saving throw.
Well, that's kind of sorcerer's strong suit.
Yeah, that's gonna be
You would hope.
yes. 22.
You
Good
succeed.
jeez.
Also, give me 1 second. I need to step away to do one thing real quick.
Hmm.
Might be. You guys go ahead and have your little back and forth as far as, and I'll be right back.
Kind of looks at the other two. Just pulls out 30 plat each and hands it out and holds it out to both of them.
All right.
What's the occasion? And why am I being bribed?
Found some jewels and went and sold them when we were back at the castle.
Ah, more looting. Got it.
Which, by the way, he actually gave away pretty much all he had to you guys. He now has 10 gold.
Stalverk.
You guys wouldn't know that because you don't know if he bought anything.
Yeah.
You actually don't know how much he sold either.
Nope. He goes. No, I was gonna go. Well, I don't know what's going on, but from what context clues I was given, I'm just gonna say this. I've made a note. Orpheus, this divine drunkard barkeep, is a dick.
The barkeep's a dick.
That is one way of putting it.
Mm-hmm. I only have context clues.
Oh.
Hmm.
Why is he a
Also,
dick?
that
I think someone here might know more, but I'm not gonna press. Though
wouldn't be.
I would like to have a more. He kind of looks around in the hallway. Private conversation.
Sure.
Yeah, there's nobody in the hall, by the way, so you don't.
We're just gonna head in the room just to be.
Yeah, he didn't want to hand out the money at the bar. That's why he waited up there.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So we'll
Whose
pick a
room do you
room.
go into? Do you
Not
go
this bear.
into one of the rooms without the bear in it, or do you go into the room with the
Definitely
bear?
one without the bear.
Okay.
Nala is scared of the bear. Keep that note.
No, not afraid of the bear. It's just more of.
I feel like I'm
he
gonna
doesn't know
wake
how
up in the
intelligent
morning.
bear is.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna wake up to a bear on top of me in the morning.
We're gonna say
It's smothered by bear.
no. We'll do odds or evens. Odds would be
Hmm.
our room, and even to be David's.
All right.
David's.
Yeah.
All right.
You go into the room and shut the door
There's a
behind.
sleeping bag laid out on the floor because he doesn't want to sleep in the bed for some reason. It's fine.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's fair.
He's
So-
just gonna sit in the corner.
I did promise one thing. I did promise a secret. And looks to the Stalverk.
Mhm.
You kind of saw it. And he kind of. He's not really doing it like at anybody. He's kind of just doing it like in his palm of his hand. A
Mhm.
sacred flame. Well, I'm not a religious type. If that makes sense. Kind of more innate. Oh, what did they call it? Divine soul?
Huh.
I
Alright.
probably have definitely heard of that.
Roll a history check.
Uh,
I doubt it's something I would have heard of unless by passing. But
based,
Yeah, but I'd say
based on information I've given you, Jay, would Stalverk know what that is?
yeah,
Yeah.
I probably know.
Yeah, Stalverk would. But I'm not gonna make you roll for them because Stalverk would.
23.
Ooh, yeah, you know. Yeah, you know, it's a sorcerer who draws their power as far as, well, it is innate. It is kind of drawn from divine nature. Uh, so one can, these ones can heal and pretty much get spells that clerics can.
They're not exactly common.
Nope.
Well, never thought I'd see one in person.
Huh.
Never thought I'd be one.
You know, we can. A lot of us can end up being something we never realize. I mean, hell, it took me a
Something
couple
up
years to realize I could do this, and he's gonna hold both hands out. Like one hand, he's gonna have like a bit of fire, and other hands, there's gonna be ice around it. Yeah, that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to deliver on that promise. Kind of not in the open. Reasons.
Yeah, fair enough.
I can understand that.
He's being super quiet.
Well, I guess if everybody already knows, to an extent, the person I ran into earlier was my mother.
Hmm.
She and I have very difficult relationship, to say the least.
Understandable.
Apparently, she has gotten herself into some trouble with Orpheus downstairs.
Oh, is
And
that why he was a dick?
20,000 gold is a very good reason for him to be a little upset. Now, apparently, he knew of my existence, which means my mother must have dropped my name at some point, which never happens unless she has something to gain from it. So,
How the hell does one person rack up a debt like that?
apparently, getting people thrown away for life.
Ah,
And I guess you're being mixed into it.
Such is my life.
So people went to jail and she's the one in trouble. Is what I'm getting out of
Technically,
this.
I'm the one in trouble now.
Well, it has to get past me.
I'm not asking you all to get in
I'm
the
not
middle.
offering. I'm offering. Not offering. Well, I'm telling you. Because we kind of share the same room. He literally has to get past me.
Gosh dang it.
I could go deal with him if you want.
Turn slow.
No, if he really wants his money, he'll come for it himself.
You don't have that.
You know, he doesn't strike me as the time to do the direct approach, though.
No, they never do.
Yeah, neither was I when I summoned an illusionary rat.
You summoned a rat?
Minor illusion.
But why though?
Because he was a dick.
Which I might point out, after he calmed everyone down, shortly thereafter the rat disappeared in front of everyone.
Yep.
So they know it was an illusion.
Oh yeah. He knows.
I guess there's some interesting things I can put into place if it comes to it.
Like I said, I'm not asking for help. I'm just letting you know because I do share a room with you now.
I know how to set traps.
Why does that not surprise me?
Sorry, David, you were gonna say something, weren't you?
Well, there have been a few tricks I've been working on, but really haven't had a chance to test them.
Who's standing closest to the door?
I mean, I wouldn't set like in a corner near the door, but I don't know if I'm necessarily next to it.
David would have been relatively near.
Okay. You hear a knock at the door.
Fuck it. 1 second. You need something? Just door's cracked.
And there's a goblin at the door. He quickly throws an envelope into the room, and then you just see him kind of hobble off in a direction. As far as down, like towards the stairs.
Huh?
Hmm.
Is anyone guessing he just made his move?
Probably.
More than likely. Make sure it's not trapped. That's what I would do.
Who's actually good at figuring that out?
You know, not me. I don't have those. I mean,
have
I can
a
investigate it.
+3.
I have a +5 on investigation.
That's better than mine.
And that's what you would make, would be an investigation check. So go ahead.
It's an envelope, but sure.
Yeah. If you want to check
20.
It's not trapped.
Okay. It's
I mean, you can always have like
it's an
powder
envelope.
when you open it up.
Yeah. But you would feel you should be able to feel the powder if you actually.
If you look for it, don't just open it.
Yeah. Gerblin.
So as far as he's aware, it's not trapped.
It's not trapped.
All right.
Is it addressed to anybody?
Nope.
You want me to open it?
Toss it over here.
Okay. Toss it to you.
Yeah. David's going to carefully open it because caution.
You open it. It's not signed from anyone or anything. What you see in it is you need to get out. It is not safe here.
Well, no shit.
There's more.
Hmm.
Meet me in the Temple District.
Hmm.
And I'll explain there.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a tiny goblin in the envelope.
I saw that in chat.
So,
apparently that it was a goblin bearing a note of we need to get the fuck out of here.
All of us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just hands it over to Letari. Apparently, there's someone who wants to see us in the Temple District.
Or could I be the little? What was her name?
Pike.
No, I don't think that's it.
You know,
He smirks.
I'll go
I've-
get my stuff in the bear.
Just
yeah,
I got my
might
stuff
as
right
well.
here.
I'm gonna go get my things.
yeah. No, one thing before I leave.
Mhm.
First off, do you mind if I touch your shoulder? There's something I want to science.
My shoulder.
Yes.
All right.
All right. He's going to do that, and he's going to twin cast Mage Armor on himself and Null.
Yo, that's fancy as heck.
Let's see,
Neat.
that's the first level, so I'm down to sorcery points.
Okay.
Don't know if that stacks.
Mage armor stacking with mage armor.
Because my amulet basically gives me what is essentially mage armor.
Right. I did not think about that.
Does it cast the spell mage armor, or is it just plus?
No, it doesn't cast anything. It's just like we didn't really iron out the details.
I don't know if it makes a
What
difference
is
because
your-
it's like 13 plus whatever. So if if that's what you usually get, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't stack, if that makes sense.
I'd say you don't use a sorcery point, but I'd say you go to try and twin cast it, but when you do, his amulet kind of glows.
Oh
It's
yeah,
pretty
that
much
makes sense.
like, well, never mind.
That's what the science.
Hey, it's good to know that you can do something like that. But
yeah,
this amulet kind of does that. I purchased it. Neat. Best 100 gold I ever
Yeah.
spent.
You know, that's quite the investment.
Kept me alive.
In which case, I instead used that to extend the duration on this for 24 up to 16 hours.
There you go.
Jesus.
That's how you do it.
Right.
He didn't hear that,
That's
by the
fine.
way. He walked away.
Oh, right.
Welcome back, Jay. You're muted.
Computer didn't want to unmute there for a second. Sorry, I forgot to shut my door.
Right. So instead of twinning it, seeing that happen, I'm just gonna go. Okay, the point instead goes to extended spell, and I have mage armor for the next 16 hours.
All right, works better.
Come on, Trinket.
Yep, Letari's grabbing her stuff, and she's got her pepper box at at quick reach.
Come on, bear.
Don't worry, guys.
Let's go.
I have exactly 4 spells left in me. Oh, sorry, 5 spells.
I'm gonna mark down that I used one of my 5 first levels.
Is Trinket actually coming, by the way, or she?
Yeah, Trinket's coming.
He's still.
He's following you.
Okay. He grabs his backpack. He keeps the bag of holding on him, but he keeps a couple things in his backpack.
Yeah, no, also has a bug out bag constantly on him.
You know. All right. Yep. Simple packing is done on David's end, and he will wait, like, in the hallway before the stairs.
All right.
Yeah, I'm waiting with him for everybody else because Null didn't have to do any.
Probably doesn't take me that long.
No, it doesn't
Oh.
take you guys very long to, because all of you are used to having to, if you need
Go.
to leave quick.
We're used to bugging out.
Yeah, you guys gather up your stuff and make your way out of the inn. Not gonna make you guys roll stealth checks or anything.
Good.
Because when you walk past the front, there's nobody at the window. Guy may either windows break or person who's supposed to take over is late and swapping shifts not exactly going over well. You make your way to the Temple District. All right. Make your way there.
Somebody has an issue with that.
Nope. We were told to go there, therefore there we go.
You make your way there, and you see someone who you see a man wearing a hood, or you see a hooded figure.
Oh, good.
As far as standing near a central fountain.
This isn't ominous.
Do you approach them?
This whole thing is ominous. Might as well go for it.
Hmm.
I'm following where if you guys go, so.
Okay. Good. You got my note. Well, I thought it could be useful for something.
And you are?
My name is Rory. Pardon me if I seem a little, confused at the moment. I'm not used to this area. I'm used to hanging out near the, Mage's Tower and things of that nature. Miss Hope. I received word you were in town, and I was asked to make sure. Yeah. Someone told me you were in danger, so
Who
I had.
told you that I was in danger?
Take a wild guess.
I'm pretty sure you know who. It was your mother. Or at least a woman who claimed to be your mother. But being pink, yeah. I can see the resemblance. But look, she told me as far as you were in danger, and if any help was needed, she'd send me right away. But when she heard what inn you went to, she immediately contacted me, and I sent my associate with the
Wait,
letter.
how did she find out where I was staying?
Probably kept an eye on you.
You really don't think a mother would keep an eye on their own child when they finally found
Not my mother.
things change? Sent my associate as far as to get you. As Orpheus is not a man to be trusted, as I'm sure you've already found out.
Yeah, no shit.
20,000 gold? What did my mother do?
Your mother doesn't owe 20 gold. The man is a liar and a con artist. Your mother owns 5,000 gold, but beside the point.
Oh, that's much better. Oh, good. I'm glad it's in a reasonable amount.
And what exactly did he tell you she owes him money for?
Apparently she got some of his friends thrown away, so I don't know.
Why on earth would she owe money for that?
You know, I don't question things when it comes to my mother, so excuse
Look,
me for...
what she did was burn down his old establishment because someone smacked her. Someone smacked her, and she threw flame at him.
I mean, that is a reasonable response.
You would think so.
You know, I feel I would do it for less.
Although a lot of people don't like having flames thrown at them, as I've come to find out in my field of
Well,
work.
you shouldn't be so rude.
Well, to be fair, half of them deserve it. But
Well,
that's
exactly.
beside the point.
I'm saying they shouldn't be so rude, so then you have to throw fire at them.
But
It's,
your mother, she threw fire, and his old tavern burned down. Now, I will say he is an influential figure in that district. And he was able to, he says convince, I say blackmail, the former owner of the inconspicuous, well, before it was named that, it apparently was a franchise as far as of inns set in a where the main one was in another continent. It used to be called the Pillow Show,
Hmm.
but he took over it, and God, that hotel makes me
I
want to
know,
vomit.
right? What color combination did he? Is he like colorblind? I think he's colorblind.
No, he likes to break down people's minds.
He's
That's
colorblind.
one way to do it.
Yes, exactly. I would suggest steering clear of him. I have set up with a friend of mine who worships Liverathus. They're give you guys a few rooms there to make sure you stay safe.
You're
We're
suggesting running.
Oh no, by no means am I suggesting running.
So can we stab him?
Oh, we're going to enlist all four of your helps.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
We're cleaning up after my mother.
Oh no. We're cleaning up Westrun itself.
What do you mean?
Nobody else believes your mother should owe 5,000 gold for someone backing her and getting what came to them.
That would be the first time.
What is your problem with your mother?
A lot of things, okay?
She's told me a little bit. Her mother's told me a little bit about what she did for past work. I can see why you don't like her much.
Was she like?
It's
bad?
not for me to say.
She was a con artist.
So was mine. What's your point?
Well, you tell me, Stalverk, how would you like growing up
Can I get a
alone
history check on that?
without much of a mother, and then your mother shows up one day and takes you with her, and then tries to force her life down your throat?
Can I get a history check on shit con artist? Because
He's just staring at you. He doesn't say anything though.
Make me a history check.
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bad for him. That's a 14.
Okay. No. I'm about to say nothing. Nothing exactly clicks in the back of your head for it. You know con artists.
Mhm.
You're traveling around. You've met very many con artists.
Yeah.
Never met a pink tiefling con artist. And not exactly the best as far as you don't really pay attention to other people.
Yeah.
You focus more on yourself and make sure you stay safe. And you only focus on people when, hey, want to buy my book?
Pretty much.
But that's majority.
Hmm.
But look, are you willing to accept the rooms at the temple?
Just one question, and this is very important.
Yes.
Are they not covered like that bullshit?
No, of course not.
Then I take it.
And he just kind of shakes his head and just has his eyes wide, like, are you fucking serious?
Yep.
Is my mother there?
No, she's not. She is currently, look, I feel more comfortable if we talk there.
Fine.
He begins to lead you guys to the Temple of Arathis. It's a plain-looking building. It looks like it just sprung up within the last month. They haven't had time to do much with it. It looks like they got the deed to a property, and we're just starting to change things over. Take you back to one of the rooms, and when you get in, look, Mother is not here. Mother is still in the city, currently being held in our base of operations.
Wait, are you like a group?
You can say that.
Are you a legal group?
Define legal?
Like being affiliated with you, I won't be chased down by the guards.
To be fair, no guards know of our existence. So,
That works for me.
yeah.
Oh, awful. Bad, awful.
Exactly. But he looks over you all, and would you be willing to help? We need to get him out of the city, so that Westrun can please get back to himself.
You mean get rid of the top-headed man in Orifice?
Yes! Who else would I be talking about getting rid of?
Is there pay involved?
I'm sure we could scrounge up some coin.
Because I am kind of risking my life if I had to attack that. I mean, he casts magic.
Yes, he's a bard of the College of Whispers.
Well, normally, not just, magics like that, you can also cast, more than likely cast magics that would hurt and kill. So I gotta put my life in line. At least like some compensation. I don't know about the others. They might not even be interested.
Well,
If they're not interested, I'm not. Because I'm not doing it alone. I'm just a chef.
When are we doing this?
I'm of a mind with them.
tomorrow night. Won't you at least get sleep tonight?
Hmm.
Oh,
Plan
good.
to-
Because I don't have much
Well,
spells.
I'll take you guys to the safe house tomorrow, and we'll discuss a plan of action there.
Far enough.
You good, Letari?
Yeah.
He doesn't say anything else, by the way. He just turns and walks outside for some air.
Outside?
Yeah.
Oh, he just straight up leaves the temple?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys see Stalverk, just leave.
Bye. He does that.
Anyone
Yeah.
going to stop your friend?
I'll make sure he's not alone at least.
Alright, David, you follow after Null. Follow after Stalverk. Wrong name.
Yeah, it's totally
Null
fine.
and Stall.
Stall, no.
Yeah. That's actually where I was going with that. Like, Stall and all. Well, shit. You follow after Stalverk, and
Yeah.
They'll be fine. And they'll be back, more than likely.
Wouldn't blame them if they left, heading to bed.
How many rooms, by the way?
it's only... It's 3. I'd say... My associate took note of how many rooms as far as you guys had at the end, and who was staying with who. So if you want to keep the room arrangements how they were, feel free. The bear's already been taken to the room that was meant for the taller fellow.
We probably should just keep it just in case they come back, because they're going to need to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. You
He will
guys
fall.
head off to...
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, just whenever David catches up with Stell.
Yeah, he's just sitting out there somewhere.
Willing to bet it's not the first time you've considered doing something along these lines.
Kind of shrugs.
It really is nauseating, isn't it?
Which part?
The shit they get away with sometimes.
No. She doesn't know how lucky she is.
How so?
At least she's got someone who still cares.
Far enough.
I need you two to make a perception check.
Can do.
2. He's kind of stuck in his head at the moment, to be fair.
That's fair.
It's gonna be a full teen on my end.
14? Okay. You, as you guys are sitting there talking, you notice a shadow move near, as far as one of the alleyways. David notices this. Obviously, at who's gonna
Are you sure?
Seems we might.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, Seems we might have a friend over there.
Hmm.
Kind of tilts his head towards the alleyway where he saw the shadow.
Now that you look over there, Stalverk, you, by the dim light created by the moon, you see what appears to be a shorter individual, probably halfling dwarf height. They don't seem to be interested by you guys. They look more like they're looking around for something.
Should we see what they're up to?
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Just stick our nose in everything.
Yes.
Just close, just David's gonna walk close enough to where he knows it would be an earshot. Going, "Oi, you there? Looking for something?"
Hey, keep your voice down. And you can see now you're not used to seeing dwarves being exactly thin, and he's not, he's not the thinnest. He's in that in between.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your voice down. Are you? Yes, I'm looking for something. Told there was a meeting tomorrow, and I'm trying to find the fucking place.
A meeting somewhere?
Yes. You wouldn't have known where it is, would you?
If you had to go to a meeting, wouldn't you know where it is?
No, the lazy bastards wouldn't tell me.
Huh.
I'd rather scope out the area before I walk into a trap. They said I'd know the place when I see it. But...
How very descriptive of them.
Right? I'd rather scope out an area before I go there again so I don't walk into a trap. I've been mugged before.
Yeah, there's a big city after all. A lot of alleyways.
Can't help you, bud.
Did they say what kind of meeting it was?
Something about getting rid of a disease on the city.
A disease in the city.
That's all they said. And I love the city and I'm willing to help out any way I can. But
That was a 10 on his deception. He sucks at deception.
Oh, he's not.
Good. Good, because he's
He-
terrible at it.
I will say it's a little cold. So he's not bundled up. He's wearing a thin shirt,
Hmm.
and he's kind of like he's not really trying to read anyone at the moment. Well, I don't blame you there. It's fine. I guess this is the world's way of telling me to get home and wait till tomorrow. But again, don't feel like getting mugged again.
Again.
Do you need an escort home?
No, you don't need to worry about it. I don't live very far from here.
Can I do an insight on him, like seeing if what all he's saying is legit?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
Roll me an insight check.
Do the chink.
That's cocked. Alright. That's not. That is, that's a 6, so yeah, like, totally legit.
That is a natural 2 on his
Oh.
deception.
Oh,
You're kidding.
A +1.
Oof.
You are fucking kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
oh, good lord.
Alright,
Thankfully
so-
someone fucking incited.
But say I was sitting here
Stalverk
like
just has a negative
this-
1.
I'm sitting here because
Or-
I'm sitting here talking like
0, sorry.
really a random person snooping around where you guys were just taken. Huh?
yeah.
Nobody's inciting, really?
No,
Um,
He has a 0 in it. He doesn't really
That's-
incite often.
It's fair.
He just tried to deceive and say he didn't know anything.
He's not.
I'm
He's not at
going
all.
with the. It took me a bit too long to piece shit together, and
Yeah,
suspicion
he's-
intensified.
He's not at all being honest. He's cold. That much is true. The rest of it, well, he is looking for a place of meeting. He was not told to come to this meeting.
Hmm.
He seems very interested in finding it now for an unknown reason. And he has not been mugged before.
Hmm. You know, friend,
What?
a lot of what you're saying's not really making much sense.
Why isn't it?
You see, granted, I haven't always been at the best at it, but I grew up around some lies. You've given quite a few tales there, friend.
Hold on. Good idea. Does a natural 16 hit?
Oof.
Yeah, that hits. AC is currently 14.
You take 3 points of damage as he quickly shoves a dagger into your leg.
And I stand up.
All right. And as he does that, he does attempt to run. So you get an attack of opportunity melee and Stalverk, whatever, you know.
I don't think he can get away from Stalverk. Something
Oh, he
tells me
probably can. He probably
the
can.
25-foot.
He's a dwarf.
Yeah. Well, that attack of opportunity was a natural 20 with the dagger he had on his side. So
Ooh. Right.
Yowza.
daggers
Max
are
plus
D4,
roll.
right?
Yes, they are.
And that's daggers are
Dex.
D4 plus Dex, right? All right.
Yep.
So,
Dex or strength, whatever's your highest.
so 2,
Yeah.
3,
But I'll allow either one.
5, 6, 8 points of damage.
Oof.
So he's gonna get up and run to cut him off.
Well, the thing is, as you stab him with that dagger, he immediately crumples to the ground.
Jeez.
He only had 8 health? Jeez.
If only
He
there
was
was
just-
some
he
sort
was
of
a normal
healer.
He was a normal civilian.
Even civilians, I believe, have at least 10.
Well, I'll say it looks like he may have taken a couple hits prior to as far as coming out. You see some bruising.
If
Or
only
it's on
there
his-
was a healer.
You know, you really didn't need to stab him. We could have at least found out who sent him.
Oh, he's not dead yet.
No, he's not dead. He's unconscious. He's bleeding out.
If only
But-
someone could heal.
Yeah, but
We
we
are
can't
here.
we have to go
Oh, but it's
inside.
simple.
Okay, meta pigeon. Meta pigeon.
Either way, we have to
Away.
bring him inside, but Now's not in the freaking corridor, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It is a temple though, so lots of clerics. You got this.
It's fine. There's no way any
hell.
of what you've done is backfire.
I'll carry him, come on.
Alright.
Make me athletics check.
I mean, sure.
Because he is a dwarf.
He is a dwarf. I also have a 15 strength plus proficiency in
But
electric. Oh
with
god,
that,
it bounced
it's not
out of
gonna
the
be a
thing.
it's not going to be a very high DC you have to be fair.
18.
Oh yeah, you beat it. The DC was 10. Because he is a dwarf, he's stockier and he's a little awkward to carry. But you
Pick him
were
up
able to
like
pick
no
him up.
issue.
You're able to pick him up like a sack of potatoes, just throw him over your shoulder.
He's a
and you
lot
just
stronger
carry
than
him
he
inside.
looks for somebody who's very agile.
As you carry him in to the temple, as you come back in with him, Rory's leaving as far as the back hallway where the rooms and stuff are. What happened here?
Someone looking for
Oh.
your meeting.
Ah, okay. Father, and he turns and out of one of the back rooms, you see a kind of larger human male come walking out of the back room. Hey, what's going on? Well, it seems someone may have stabbed this poor fellow here.
Pasta
Let me
started it.
see him.
I'm not nice about it. I just kind of drop him on the ground. There you go.
Well, whoever did this to him, nice swing.
Thank you.
Oh, you did this.
Hey, the fucker started it.
She's bleeding from the leg.
He's a cleric. It's gonna be obvious. He reaches out and just touches your leg and does a quick little cure wounds on you and heals up the 3 points easy. I'm not even gonna roll. Let's just say the plus. You're healed. It's a +6.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So he heals you, and he. Let's see what I can. Now I will roll it. So give me a second. Yeah, he'll just roll. And he's regains 14 health. Which, by the way, he's not at full health.
Huh.
He was at half health when you stabbed him.
Oh, good.
What?
Crosses his arms.
Well, good morning,
Where am I?
friend.
You stabbed.
You fucking started it.
He looks around, and he sees Rory. He sees the father. He sees Stalverk and you. I was just playing I be on my. And you see this hulking man just grab him on the chest and just thrust him against the floor. Like, no sweat, just grabs him and just slams him against the ground. No, why would you want to do a thing like stab this young man? I panicked, okay. Null and Letari,
Hi.
you guys probably heard the thud.
Who's just finished his mask? Oh, son of a bitch!
Like you heard a hefty boo as a dwarf is just slammed into the ground.
Oh, what did those two do now?
I grab my pepper box and I'm walking out.
I used to
Right.
walk out, hair
You
up and
walk out?
everything.
You walk out and you see Stalverk and David. You see Rory, and you also now see this hulking man. He's probably, if he stands up when he was walking towards you guys could tell he's probably around 7 foot tall.
All right.
He's human, but he's around 7 foot tall.
So I
Yeah.
got 2 questions.
Hmm.
Why is there a dwarf being pinned by a tall man? Second, the fuck did you two do?
As David's just mending the stab hole in his pant leg. Nothing much. We just had a conversation and all.
Oh, good. Conversations usually don't end in. Well, sometimes they end in a man pinning a man to the ground, but that's another point entirely.
This is the knives were thrown. Well, not
Stalverk looks at
No.
you.
conversations were had, and a knife was placed upon my leg. My knife went wherever it went, and we're here now.
You actually got him, I'll say, in the clavicle. You, like, stabbed him, like, right in the shoulder blade area.
Jeez. Ow.
Hi, dwarf friend. He
Ugh.
looks at this green mask on his face.
But yeah, by the way, Stalverk and David, you see...
I think I've seen it before because when
We've
the
seen it
place
once
was burning
before.
down, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Which,
Well,
by the
probably
way,
more of it
when
now
he
since
looked
didn't
at you
spit
now,
on the floor.
he gave you actually a confused look. To be fair, just as
Yeah.
an FYI.
It's like, what the fuck?
No,
I mean, there's multiple
there's
reasons
a
that could be
reason.
taken.
Yeah.
There are
Oh.
multiple reasons that could have been taken.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm letting you know now,
Um.
he didn't get it. He was more confused.
But, well, and this is Rory. He, well, an introduction is due here. Meet Father Aventus. He runs this temple. He's the one who said he'd use the rooms in the back for you guys.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. Now, what are we going to do with this one?
Find out
What
why
exactly
he was
does he want?
snooping.
He was snooping?
Mm.
Rory, I'll leave that one up to you. I'm not dealing with him. Ah, of course. And you see him kind of crack his fingers. Ah. Stalverk,
Mm.
would you go mind shutting and locking that door, please? He points towards the door to the temple.
Alright. He goes and does that.
Alright. If any of you are squeamish, I may suggest you, turn your heads now.
He's leaning against the door, watching.
Looks
Right.
to Letari.
First, as Father Ventus walks away, he just kind of points back at the dwarf. You just see the dwarf automatically lock into place.
Neat trick.
When Rory sees that happen, he kind of reaches forward and lightly places a finger on the dwarf's head. 1 second, because I do have to pull up one. Yes, by the way, Aspire. That gif.
How much you want to bet this is going to be really painful?
I'm willing to bet it's shocking.
I don't know about
Oh,
shocking.
I forgot to pin something here.
Maybe
Like face palms.
Screw it. I'm not digging. Screw it. I'm just going to type real quick. Cool. Because alright, you you aren't exactly sure what he's doing, but Rory just kind of reaches out and touches him on the forehead. And around you, you start seeing what looks like the events in Rewind.
Oh, dang it, I forgot my popcorn.
You see you see now the dwarf's eyes have kind of rolled back in his head as he's locked in place. It keeps rewinding, and you see in reverse the knife come out of his shoulder from
Yeah.
David.
Wow, nice hit.
Hot Micah?
And then you see the knife come out of David's leg from him.
Ooh.
Just a flesh wound.
But the interesting part is after this happened, you see him begin sneaking his way back down the road, as far as in reverse, and gets all the way back to where he left from, which you notice is the inconspicuous inn.
Oh. Fuck.
You also notice, because Rory doesn't stop there, he keeps rewinding all the way back to where he was sitting in the corner of the tavern. You three originally walked in there, and he was watching. And then suddenly Rory just removes his finger. The dwarf's eyes come back as far as to normal, and you just see him blink. What? What did you do?
Trip down memory lane.
Well, let's say you're no longer needed. And you see him reach and grabs him around the throat. And you see lightning crackle around Rory's hand as he deals.
I bloody knew it.
Huh?
I knew it would be shocking.
Oh my god.
He deals a total of. Let me see. Oof! That's no bueno. 23 points of lightning damage. Wait. Math wrong. That's 30 points of lightning damage, and you see
Jeez.
Man, dead.
you see the dwarf just the whole person that the cleric had cast on him. It automatically releases, and you just see the dwarf just drop, and his eyes are smoldering. Like it is pouring smoke from his eyes.
Note to self: don't anger
Fucking
you.
hell.
I'm glad I'm not against you. That's for dang sure.
Well, sometimes you have to go a little overboard.
Well, I guess, from what I can tell, that's probably one of, well, the colorblind wonders group.
You would be guessing right.
Good.
I will say, biggest reason we're trying to clear them out, they're the last remaining members of a group known as the Myriad.
Knows what?
The Myriad.
Hmm.
David, roll me a history check.
Hot eye. Cocked.
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah, I keep putting too much force behind the roll, but 22.
22?
Mhm.
You've heard of them.
Oh, good.
They originally based in your hometown.
Oh,
Like their main base was originally in Dasta.
bloody hell.
Hmm.
That's a name from the past.
I mean, technically.
Yeah. I got the sun dance stock, if I remember correctly.
Stalverk,
Hmm.
make me a history check.
Oh, good. Da, 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 da. What the fuck is this history?
Doesn't matter in nulls.
19.
You definitely recognize the name of that town.
Yeah?
And a few memories as far as from one fateful night flood back into your head rather quickly and then are gone. The night being what as far as involved as far as you and David earlier in life.
So this was much worse than just one random jerk that decided he did not like my mother.
Seems like it's a group of jerks.
Not very many, thankfully.
Why didn't you start with that?
As I didn't realize that you were going to have someone follow you. Thought we'd be able to go in, clear out the remainder of them, and it'd be done. There's maybe
Okay.
6 of them, that is it.
Well, one less now.
Yeah,
It
5
was-
left.
It wasn't so much the how many or any of that. The people involved. If you're telling me that this is an actual group of people and not just some rando, that would have been good to know.
Well,
You kind of buried the lead there.
I did. But yeah, it is. I may have, but it's better you not knowing in case any more are anywhere else in this land.
S-
I'd rather you guys not actually get fully mixed up in. If we cleared them out, it'd been fine. Nobody would know anything.
Okay, I'm I'm starting to realize how you got mixed up with my mother.
Trust me, you two are more alike than you think. You both have a light temper.
I have a temper for the right reasons.
So does she on occasion.
Look, if you wanted our help taking out the myriad, you should have started with that. Not try and tempt me in with my mother. If you knew anything about us, you knew that probably wasn't the route to go.
Your mother didn't want me to tell you.
Jeez. Now she wants... You know what? Never mind.
Oh, good. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep.
Yeah, he walks off to bed, but she is not hiding well that something is bothering him. But he's leaving.
Alright.
Because
No,
I
I was
rolled
too
an
tired to
8
push that.
on the deception. To
Too
try and
tired
hide.
to poke into it, but we'll make mental note.
Yeah.
Letari's a bit too bothered herself to
Yeah.
care at the moment.
David has no idea how to approach this, so I'm gonna let it sit for a bit. It's fine.
I love early group stuff. It's great.
Yeah. They
Nobody,
clearly have a problem.
nobody wants to poke
Mm.
into anybody else's business.
I mean, Nell kind of does.
Yeah.
But Null is Null. This is fine.
Out of game real quick. I love the series of reactions from Huffle there. Shit. Oh god. Ah, oh my god. Backstory. Um but you all go settle down as far as for the night thing.
Letari paces for a little bit to kind
Yeah.
of get herself settled and then curls up
Miles
to sleep.
watches her as she faces because he can't sleep while she's just going.
I eventually pass out. I stay up till I pass out, basically.
Alright.
David finds his bed much more comfortable.
Yes. So you all wake up the next morning. Stalverk,
Hmm.
when you wake up, you roll over and you see a bare face directly in front of yours.
What you doing, bro?
He just kind of licks your face.
Jeez. Oh, no. Whatever.
And you see his head is just on the edge of the bed. Like, everything, he's kind of still laying down.
I see that look, Fluffy, by the way. You're kind of looking really curious for a second.
Oh, just lost thought.
But, the rest of you awaken.
Grabs his mask and puts it back on.
Yeah.
Well, already says
Also-
the entire process of 10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, very important question.
Yes.
Is my mage armor still?
Yes, because
16
it's
hours?
active for 16 hours.
All right, I need you to let me know when that happens because
Uh-huh.
I suck with time.
I assume
Listen,
Bear is
I-
hungry. Is that what the point
Yes,
is?
kind of.
Okay.
I'd say you have probably about 4 hours left on it.
He's gonna
Because-
go get Bear food.
Because from the time you cast it to the time you actually went to bed, I'd say probably around 4 hours.
Okay,
Then long rest, 8 hours.
gotcha.
And then, so you have about 4 hours left.
And I got my sorcery points back.
Yes, you do.
Same. And my spells.
Anything to spend, obviously you get back health full, even though your health was already full from the cleric. Just like, give me the scratch. Just.
Don't worry, this is fine.
You all awaken, and when all of you find your way out of your rooms, you see Rory sitting in one of the chairs in the temple, waiting.
I use my illusion to make sparkles follow me as I walk out.
As per tradition, it seems.
I just slowly turn my head to look at him.
Rory, who have you was time?
You chose this
Alright.
path. Remember that.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
Don't worry, I'm a chef. I'm sure I can do something.
Okay. Anyways. Meeting's not for another 2 hours. Get food. Anything you require. You need to do any shopping, do it now. We meet in the basement of the temple.
Alright.
I mean, I can make breakfast. Make something quick.
Hmm.
Just toast, I think. You just want some toast?
Yeah, toast is fine. You wouldn't happen to know where the nearest smith and/or enchanter is, would you?
Second one for me.
The second one for an enchanter for you. Smith would be next door. I need to. Oh, the book is right here. Really?
He's using the flame tongue dagger to make toast.
Yeah. I imagine you just like cutting down a piece of like a loaf of bread. Just.
It's a knife that toasts your bread as you slice it.
Exactly.
There's no other use for this. Ever. You'll hand everyone like 2 pieces of toast.
I will go back up and give one to Trinket.
Yeah.
Oh, he came down with you.
Oh, okay. I hand one to Trinket.
Yeah, I'll basically be.
I don't eat
starving
mine in
to death,
front.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lean in Stalverk. I can help if you want.
Hmm.
He kind of just in his hand does a manipulation to make the mask that you're wearing.
Right.
If you want.
I'll just go to my room.
Fair enough.
So,
Who's
yes,
offering?
the forge would be next door at the Temple of Cord. Interestingly enough, as far as how when they brought that here, actually brought in by a rather large fellow, a little bit larger than the Father Ventus. Nate,
Right. Fair enough.
and the Enchanter, I'd have to say, I mean, depends on what you want enchanted. I might be able to help you.
I'm just thinking, like, thing is, I have these. He just holds up 2 daggers. Thinking putting ice in one and fire in the other, but depends on how much that ends up going for.
I'm gonna make my
real quick.
clothes mend themselves.
He reaches out for the daggers. Can I?
Sure. And he just hands them over.
Alright, so as Null's fixing as far as the toast and everything, you see Rory kind of place his hands on the hilts of the daggers. You said ice in one, fire in the other.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of them start. You see his left hand start glowing a bluish color, while his right hand starts glowing a reddish color. And you see him focus into it. You see the blade start glowing a blue. And then you see the blade of the other one glowing red. He focuses a little bit more. And the distance between the two, you begin to see smoke come off the right dagger. And you begin to see like this steam of ice coming off the left one.
Oh shit.
Huh.
removes his hand. The red glow stays on the right one, but the blue glow goes away, as far as rather quickly on the left. You don't know if it has to do with the temperature it is in the room or it failed. You're not sure.
Mhm.
He hands you both back. All right, that
Alright.
should last for a bit. It's not going to last for good. It'll last for 10 hours. You'll have
Alright.
to get it to an actual enchanter for them to do it fully, but that's going to take about a day for them to actually get through the actual enchantment.
Far enough.
That could last you as far as through the thing tonight, hopefully. Mark, the cold one will do an extra d6 of cold damage,
Okay.
and the other one would do an extra d6 of fire.
Alright.
Yeah, like I said, I just want to find someone to make this so that they don't have to keep trying to mend them.
That's
It's
fair.
easier maintenance.
Yeah.
Maybe make my
You don't
cloak
actually have,
glow.
you don't have to go to an enchanter. I'm sure there's something or somebody you could buy from someone. I know. Go to the Mages District and ask for Eli. Tell him Rory sent you.
Eli, you said?
Yes.
All right.
Ask for Eli. Tell him Rory sent you, and tell him that I'll take care of it. Just tell him Rory will take care of it.
All right. Will do.
I mean, I'm not going to, but he doesn't need to know that. I'm not exactly high on coin at the moment. Eventually he might get paid, but not now.
This is fine.
Still, gotta find a way to put some gold in your pockets after this endeavor is done.
Hmm.
Alright. Anybody else need anything as far as before I go start collecting some of the other?
I'm in my room, so.
You good, Letari?
Yeah, I've got all my stuff.
Yo, Stalverk. You good? Do you need anything?
Fine.
This man made the daggers glow red and like blue.
Good description.
You get
Good
no
description.
response back.
The red one kind of made smokes. I think it does fire, and the cold one, the other one, I think it's cold. So you can make your weapons do things.
Alright, if there's no need for me anymore, I need to go collect the others. Hopefully get them ready to meet here in a couple hours. I will see you all then, hopefully. Stay safe. He gets up
Alright.
and leaves.
All right. Well, guess we can go to your smithy thing, and then I'm going to the Megas. Right?
The Magus. The
I'm going
Magus.
to the wizards.
There we go.
Probably best to buddy system up on this, to be honest.
Well, who wants to go to the wizards?
I mean, like, with the daggers like they are now, I don't exactly need to stop by the blacksmith, so I'm game to tag along.
I guess you and Letari, you and Stalverk are going to be sticking together for a bit.
Sure.
And the bear.
Ah,
Oh,
well,
good,
that's
because
kind of
they're
self-explanatory.
on good terms after their argument, I'm sure.
Which, by the way, after you gave as far as one of the toast to Trinket, he kind of just stayed out as far as in the
Yeah.
temple area. So he's actually over there, kind of has his head laid in a chair next to you, Letari.
He's walking past Letari. He goes, I think we'll be all right. After all, not getting any inkling otherwise.
Alright, so you go and head off to the mages.
Rough to see a wizard.
I knew that was coming, that was the worst part.
Oh god.
Alright. Unless there was something as far as Letari wanted to do after they left.
She'd probably wait a bit, but she was eventually gonna go talk to Stalverk.
Alright. As you guys make your way to the mage as far as district, I'll go ahead and do as far as the conversation with them. That way you guys are making your way there. And
Mhm.
when we hop back over to you guys would have just made it.
Gotcha.
Because it's probably a good 20-minute walk. Because it's across town. So you sit and you collect your thoughts. And assuming you go knock on his door.
Yep.
So over here, knock at your door.
Come in.
Hey.
Okay.
So I'm not really good at reading people. But I don't think I definitely know I shouldn't have snapped at you yesterday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't my place to really say anything anyways.
You grew up alone too, didn't you?
He just kind of stares at you.
I just remembered when we were talking the one night we had a watch and the kid came by.
Didn't necessarily grow up alone. Just ended up alone. Wasn't much older than he was, actually.
Yeah. I know it may not make a whole lot of sense why I was saying that he was blessed and now all of us with a good family and all of a sudden my mother seems to be coming around and seems to care and I'm whining and pitching a fit about it. But
Some people change.
she's changed 5 times in my life. And the one time I needed her to protect me, she wasn't there.
Hmm.
And now all of a sudden she wants to do that. And I'm still getting dragged into it. And I'm getting everyone else dragged into it. And you don't even have to stay, is the crazy part.
Eh. I don't like people that use others. Your mom and I probably won't get along.
To be fair, she and I obviously don't get along either. So I think we're in agreement that people using others is not good.
Hmm.
I'll owe you one after this.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know what I do.
Even so, you don't have to stay, and you are.
I don't have to do anything.
That's fair. So, even more of a reason.
To be honest, I'm just bored. Though it's really hard to
Fair.
be bored when you're constantly frustrated with whatever the fuck Niall's doing.
That's a fair point.
God damn it, Fluffy.
Speaking of,
Mhm.
no, you guys are almost to the Mage's Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite there yet. Getting close, at least you think.
Seems the weather isn't off bad.
It's starting to be overcast.
I mean, sure.
All right, back to Stalverk and Letari. You're almost there. Getting close.
I love that
Come on.
conversation.
Sure.
We'll say you guys are all an interesting bunch.
This is definitely one of the more interesting parties I've had the privilege of being part of.
Yeah, I wouldn't really know. I don't typically travel with people.
People don't typically travel with me either, so I get it, sort of, I guess.
Hmm. So, what do you want to do?
Do this and be done. Somehow come out of this without. I don't know. Find out if she's actually running a long con on everybody here and is just getting something else out of it.
I can do some digging. I got some time.
Uh, you know, probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
You want to join me for that then?
If you wouldn't mind.
Alright. Come on, bear.
As you guys set off as far as do that, Noel and David, you arrive in the Mage's District.
I mean,
well.
they could be worse clouds out there. You know, they could be like really, really dark and lightning and all that fun shit could be happening.
I think we're here.
Which, as you say that, in the far distance you hear the crack of thunder.
I should stop fucking talking.
Just a fun fact. You actually notice he jumps a little, Letari. He's not a fan of it. I wonder why.
It's fine.
Sure, it's fine. All right, I guess we're going in.
Might as well.
I enter in.
All right.
No caution.
Now, the way the Mage's District is set up, it's not exactly an open area like the rest of them, where you can just, walk in and you still see the sky and everything. This is kind of a domed-in area. You walk in, you no longer see the sky. It's more of a... It's not a very big area. It probably takes up a good fifth of the city, that's it.
Mhm.
But you walk through and it just looks like it enclosed it that way. This is probably going to be like the safety area should any destruction come to the city.
Cool. I'll
It's
bug
pretty
out
much
shelter.
yeah. You see, as you walk down the road, you see stairways leading down underground and stuff like that. You start approaching what appears to be a tower in the center of it, which looks to be bearing the majority of the load of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enter it?
It just occurs to me, he didn't really tell us where to go. But
You,
I'm assuming the big tower thing might have a clue.
you know, that's a good a guess as any.
As you enter, you look across the room when you enter, and you see let's see. You see an elven individual. Yes, how can I help you today?
Looking for an Eli?
Speaking.
Oh yes, Rory sent me.
What does that buffoon want this time?
Apparently he wants to well, he's offering to pay for something for me.
Oh? Okay, what is it?
See, these clothes, well, they're really nice clothes, and sometimes things break. Can you make them mend themselves?
Hand them to me.
And what about
Now, is it the cloak you want, or the clothes entirely?
this entire getup, basically? Fun enough, he's wearing his chef's outfit underneath.
Okay. So,
So,
you see Null now wearing a chef outfit.
yeah, he just starts stripping and
Because he goes,
oh my god.
he's always ready to be a chef.
There you go.
You know, I should have expected that.
You hand the clothes over to the individual. Now,
Me for a second.
you'll probably get these back within 5-6 hours.
All right, I might be busy, but I will return as soon as I can.
All right.
This will be under now, from TV.
All right. I will write that down.
Have a good day.
Likewise.
And he'll just walk out.
All right.
Oh, that was easy.
You know,
You
All
broke me for a second, Fluffy.
Also gonna tie his hair up, being his normal. I like the idea of him tying his hair up when he's keeping the hair out of the food.
Mhm.
understandable.
So, Stalverk and Letari want to do some digging for
Yep.
the last little hour. Not literal digging, Null. Sorry. I know you're looking forward to it.
I didn't know he was a dwarf.
How much info can I find out about this woman? And possible
Roll
Conning.
me 3 investigations
3.
I'll give you
with
advantage
with
because
advantage.
I'm hip and
All 3 with advantage.
Okay, the first one is a 17.
Okay.
Second one is a 20.
there
Okay.
you go.
And the third one is a 23. I love how I got higher.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
By 3
So as you
points!
So you go around asking questions. First thing you learn, she hasn't been in town for maybe a year.
Hmm.
She apparently an accident happened in a tavern that used to be standing in the mercantile district, in which a fire was set and the place burned down. Different people you talk to, many people you've talked to, tell you different stories. Majority of them, though, tell you the same story as far as that corroborates what Rory told you.
So for the most part, we can guess that that's true then.
Yeah. You gather that much is true. You continue to ask more questions. You find out she hasn't flaunted that she has a daughter. She
Okay.
hasn't been, dropping Letari's name anywhere. Except to those that she trusts, which you find it hard to believe she actually trusted Orpheus. So there's that. And the last one, you learn that you do talk to a few people that claim to know her well as far as since she has been in town, and the only times that she has mentioned her daughter has been that she misses her.
Hmm.
And she regrets everything she did.
So, what you think?
I don't know.
Trust is hard to earn back. I will give that much. But it doesn't hurt to consider it.
I'll consider it if everything goes well and
Give it time, see if she changes. Or keeps to
Yeah.
this change.
we'll see. She got a taste for things that certain life just can't afford on her own.
Ah. Shall we head back?
Yeah, we're out of time.
Alright.
Which you guys make your way back to the temple. David and all, you would have been heading back that way anyway. I know David currently not at his computer, but that's fine. You make your way in, and Rory is standing in the center of the temple waiting for you. He seems to be pacing back and forth. Thank God.
Comes in his stuff outfit. Ponytail.
Do I even want...
Oh, I got my clothes and
I
shit.
regret the question already. Never mind.
I just
Don't
I don't
answer
want
that.
the rip. I want to be able to mend them themselves.
So you want to fight in your chef's outfit?
Oh, we're not fighting yet. We won't be fighting until later tonight. This
Oh, he
is...
said he'll get back in 5-6 hours.
Yeah, we're trying to get a plan together. Need to have something set in stone as far as what might happen.
Hmm.
With an evacuation plan should we need to get all of our members out of here.
Fair enough.
Are you ready for the meeting?
Yep.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
Welcome back.
I
to
was
the
always
Drag.
prepared.
Perfect timing.
No, I got back a bit ago, but it was just
Fair. Alright. Well, follow me. And he leads you back to the room that Father Aventus walked out of, as far as the night before. Father Aventus is sitting at his desk. Hey, Rory. Oh, okay. And you see him kind of use his foot and grabs a rug. As far as it's not, his desk isn't sitting on top of it. The rug goes underneath it, but it's raised up just above the rug. He uses his
Okay,
foot to,
so it's like on feet, basically.
yeah. He uses his foot and takes the heel of his foot and just drags the rug back enough to where Rory can grab what you see as a trapdoor. He lifts it and he kind of gestures with his hand as far as for you to enter.
Well, you see, normally I wouldn't trust a man leading me into a dark, dark basement, but why not?
You know, I question you, silly one.
Well, I'm a precautious type.
I don't know why.
I'm famous. People like to, try to
Ah,
get autographs. I have a book.
Letari's going down.
I'm following right after her.
into the relatively dark area of concern, but not quite concern. It's fine. We're down the hole.
yeah, right.
All right, here I
you
go.
you all head down. You see a group of about, let me see, including you guys. You see, well, first you see 5 people already down there. You 4. Also, Trinket stayed up in the office with the Fentis because kind of a ladder going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Let's not make a bear climb a wooden ladder.
No.
Oh no.
Nobody would get back out of there. You go in, Letari, you see your mom. You also see the goblin, as far as it delivered that letter. You see a rather interesting individual. When you look at him, you notice he has reddish orange hair. But something interesting you notice about it, it seems to be flickering.
Hmm.
Roll me. All of you roll me a. What kind of check would it be to check if you recognize a race?
Oh, if it's a magical race, probably more Arcana. If it's a normal race, maybe
Well,
history.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Nope. 9.
Okay.
That's cocked. Hold on.
Okay. Take it down.
No, probably not. That's an 11, 12. It's a
Okay.
12.
Got a 15.
Okay.
I got a single jazz hand. 5.
Okay. David, you recognize the race.
Mhm.
He's a fire genasi.
Ah.
He has this heavy plate armor on. He appears to be a cleric.
Hmm.
Not quite sure of who, but he's a cleric. You see Latari's mom, the goblin, who, if I'd say you probably would have heard Rory mention his name back when you originally met, Glork.
Lord.
Glork.
Yeah,
I love
Glork.
the name.
Glork Tiny Arm.
I love that.
I approve.
Second. Certain things need to be done here. Takes forever for these freaking character sheets to open now.
Oh dear.
Because they edited the character sheet. They updated stuff with Adobe. Thank you,
Fine.
Adobe, for being a butt.
Don't be the butt.
Once this opens up, you'll tell you what you see, because I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm not exactly the most prepared. I'll admit that.
Fine.
Here we are. You see another tiefling. This one also appears to be a cleric. This one, however, is wearing chainmail. He's, So you see a tiefling cleric, a fire genasi cleric. You see Letari's mom, and you see the goblin.
Oh.
The last one you see, and you just barely see him. You don't really see him until he hops up on a stool at the table. You see a gnomish figure. Big long beard. It goes down about halfway down his body. Is white. He doesn't look like he should be able to fight.
I mean, to be fair, neither does Null.
This is
No,
fair.
as in this guy looks later years gnome. Like you can tell his age from how old he actually looks. He's
All right,
that
then.
far along.
Which is far for a gnome.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the other one? You hear Rory say behind you. She'll be around here soon. I'm sure of it. Well, go sit down. I gotta wait for the last one. Sure she'll be here momentarily. She'll get caught up.
Right.
Anyone in particular? You know.
Possibly. I'm not sure. I'd rather not say until. And you hear the creak of the trapdoor.
I'll speak
All
with the
right,
president.
I'll tell them. You see a female gnome climbing down the ladder. White hair,
Get a bike.
brass armor,
Well,
mace hooked to the belt at her side.
why is this not a surprise?
You guys got dragged into this. Okay.
I'm gonna go
Well,
lean against the
dragged.
wall.
Again,
People are kind of
Which-
targeting us. It's fine.
as you guys know, another cleric.
There's a lot of clericy types in here.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Father Ventus won't be joining us. He's not one to fight, although I'm pretty sure he could probably take out all of them by himself. Is it like to fight?
Understandable.
Yeah, some people do. Some people don't.
No,
I prefer
then-
not. I'm just a chef.
Oh, I can tell you're a little bit more than that.
I mean, I could do some magic, but not much.
Exactly. You. There she is. Told you she'd be along soon. Wilhelm, please go back upstairs and speak with Aventus. All right, Pike. And you see the elderly gnome just kind of hobble his way. His speed now down to about 15 foot as far as
Aww.
per round. He's up there now.
Oh,
You see Pike kind of help him up the ladder as far as we can get back up. You see the massive hand of Aventus kind of reach down and grab like the where a belt would go on his pants, he just grabs that and just lifts him up. And just, you hear the door creak and shut behind you.
I love Aventus. Aventus is great. I love him very much.
Which, by the way, yes, that GIF is a perfect representation of
I figured.
what I
That's
was
why I went
envisioning.
and found it.
Yeah. You all sit down and begin to discuss the plan. To summarize the plan, as I don't want to go through the entire sit here, talk logistical strategizing of plan.
I'm sure we do wonderfully with that.
Pike's going in with you guys.
Cool.
As far as for the initial strike. After the front wave of people is taken out, the others will then join for the final assault on Orpheus himself and his two commanders. You are told to try and leave one of the commanders alive. That way they can be questioned about any possible whereabouts of anyone else.
Got ya.
And Orpheus?
Orpheus they want dead.
Cool.
Done.
Okay.
Orpheus they don't want to chance him somehow weaseling his way out and getting away. They want him dead. Which all of you, I'm sure, can agree to.
Perfectly
Oh,
fine.
I didn't meet him, so I'm kind of like, I'm just going off what people told me.
Oh god, I just realized something.
Huh.
All three of the clerics are war domain clerics.
Oof.
This is not going to end well for them.
You chose this path.
You might have overbuffed us.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's a good sign. That is a great thing to hear.
Yeah, right.
Right. When this at dusk we go in.
Okay.
Your group will around the backside of the inconspicuous inn. There are doors leading underground. Break them open and enter there. A back assault is always going to do best as far as with these people. They will expect people to come in from the front. They'll probably expect them to come in through the rear as well, but
Always expect
less
that.
security. And less chance of being seen by guards entering the establishment. Don't want to draw too much attention.
Looks itself.
Stalverk looks at the three. These guys aren't that great sneaking.
Oh, you won't need to sneak. I can take care of anybody who may pass by. Make sure they're indisposed.
Fair enough.
Plus, once you're inside,
Quiet.
you don't need to be quiet.
Good.
It looks at Letari. Good, I think that's a good thing.
I have other weapons.
Dart, you see your mom look at you, and she kind of has tears in the corner of her eyes. Sorry. I'm sorry. For everything.
Be sorry when it's over. You're not done yet.
Sir. You see her pull out 6 separate coin purses. I haven't spent a single gold piece you sent me.
You can't tell, but he's so smiling under his mask.
No,
this goes as
so we're done
planned.
with her.
This goes as planned. You get every piece back.
Aww. He's visual. He's actually saying that.
We'll talk after.
Now your mother isn't going. Orpheus will surely go straight for her. And he's a powerful man. He will get rid of her fairly quickly. Or at least attempt to. We don't need someone getting targeted right away. He may
Pretty
go
sure
after
one of us
you,
is.
and he looks at you, Letari. While he may go after you, he's not going to fully attack only you. Considering I
Cool.
heard stories about certain individual, he glances at you and all. Something about a rat appearing in the tavern.
I have no idea what's going on there. Maybe he should clean up better.
And he just kind of does the whole eye roll, just shakes his head.
He's a dick.
It does will attack. Till then, you looks at you and all. Go get your shite from Eli.
Will do.
By the way, the egotistical bastard's not paid at all.
I don't care.
Didn't think you would. Is everyone prepared to finally end this and reclaim our city? Did everybody nod agreement?
Sure.
Just about as ready as I can be.
Let's just get this done.
No, honestly, doesn't care.
He is a Stalverk. To be honest, he's just doing it because that's what he does.
Right?
Dragged in the most apathetic people into this mess.
Now, to do a little time jump here. Now you go pick up your clothes.
Fancy.
It starts from Eli. You bring them back. We'll jump to just before entering, just before you leave to head towards the end, and that's where we're gonna call it. When we start next time, you guys will go for the raid. It's inconspicuous.
Woohoo.
Can I just say one thing? He really should pick a better name. Everyone
Most-
suspects the inconspicuous in. Everyone.
I don't think. I think it's a double irony there. He knows people suspect it, so yeah, he's not the brightest. He's bright, not the brightest.
I'm brighter.
I'm sure you are.
Spark.
I'm sure you are.
Oh man.
Yeah.
No,
That
slightly
will
likes
do it
fucking with
for-
people.
No.
Slightly?
Could
Yeah, that
not
will do
tell
it
at all.
for this one here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hmm?
And that's what we're going to call it.
E.
It is a little past 1:30.
Yep.
I do have work in about 10 hours. That's not the point. I wouldn't sleep very long anyway. That's fine.
Murr.
Hey, bark at me all you want.
Murr.
But
It's fine. D&D requires sacrifices.
Mhm. It's only 10:30 for me. I don't know what your guys' problem
Yeah.
is.
Time zones. I love them.
Shush you from the past. I will not tell you the winning lottery numbers.
Yeah. Any announcements as far as for you guys?
Not necessarily on my end. I don't know if I plan to stream later. Depends how tired I am, but
Got my session tomorrow morning.
you say sleep, but I tell you the same thing. I don't have children. I like to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
That's when you sleep when you don't have the kids.
I sleep during the day. It's great. I don't have to get up at 6 in the morning and 5 in the morning. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine.
Or I could be like Drag, who
Lord.
sleeps till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's fine.
Oh,
I
Lord.
wish I could do that.
Sorry, 6 o'clock his time.
Yeah.
Lord.
I wish I could get out of doing that, but it just keeps happening.
Well, if you
The
get
lady-
that thing you're talking about, you might need to start doing that.
Yeah.
I just say wrong word.
Yeah, the Lady Crumps do have their session tomorrow. And all of that wonderful jazz. We are hoping to get to the Coward tomorrow, so we will see. So come cheer us on as we do the dumb, because I did mention Dragon and I have some really, really dumb plans.
Which I am fully ready for. Thankfully, I don't work very late tomorrow night, so I'll be home before y'all start for one.
Yee.
I usually get home just as you guys are starting.
Cool.
And since I have to make dinner, that usually, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be there in time.
I'm usually about 20 minutes late.
And that's plenty of time. You'll
and
be
you guys
there
are
just as
already
the
at
actual.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
I
know.
got my session tomorrow. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the background to kind of keep, because there's like two things going on, and they're trying to catch the one up time wise. So what's going on over here? And oh my god! So I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. If we're going to continue on from where we left off with the young group heading back to Neverwinter, or we're going to go to the group that's in Neverwinter, where majority of the group is.
Yeah, no.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It's fine. We just have a awakened tree with very vague instructions of guarding the town, or not the town, the manor. Very,
Yeah.
very vague instructions.
Very fair. But a fair
Love that.
way.
Love that.
Protect it from bad people. Okay. Don't
Fair.
tell them
Kinda.
who's bad.
You know.
Oh man.
Alright. Drag, any announcements from you?
It's nothing in particular.
Alright. I might get back to streaming on Monday, we'll see. Didn't feel up to it last week, and I may not stream again this week, because I may actually start cranking out making maps. Definitely for this next encounter.
Ooh.
Oh, goody.
Hey.
Might be good to have it for this encounter, because this is going to be interesting.
And Fridays versus summer, except for maybe the week of the 4th,
Mhm.
I will have off.
Nice!
Even the week of the 4th, we have off the 5th. That's right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
basically the
Rock
entire
on.
summer until a certain date. I don't remember the date offhand, but I will have off Fridays, but work 10-hour days. So my
Oof.
week will be brutal, but I have 3-day weekend to recover from it.
Fair.
Excellent.
Alright. Coming out.
There's nothing else, then we're doing the bye-byes.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye
Bye,
from the
everyone.
derps. The derps of all.
Thank you guys for coming out.